motorcycle maps that are awesome. Totally badass. They're also rated G1, G2, G3. G1, the perfect road. We're seeking every fleeting moment where it perfectly fits together. The rhythm hum of the motor, dynamic vistas, overwhelm our senses, one-of-kind of road that tie it all together. Steep climbs, tight switchbacks, deep canyons, million-dollar views. Well, I-17, it's not even listed as something that you should want to drive on. While these other ones are golds. Mingus Mountain, Yarnell. Definitely this main artery through Arizona, the I-17 is not a great highway.
I shouldn't complain, because it was only about an hour and a half to get up to this spot in Prescott Valley where the event was taking place. Early night and some reading, and ready to start the next day.
Good morning. How you doing? All right.
It's one of the things I love so much about the camping off the motorcycle is by necessity it needs to be minimalist. And you get to meet all these people from all over the place. So this day we're going south through the mountains to Crown King, and it was awesome. Lots of different types of terrain. And I took it slowly. There's A, B, and C routes. These big adventure bikes like that I have, they don't allow them on the A route. And the B routes, they highly recommend you don't use them. So they're mainly really small bikes and very, very skilled dirt bike riders that are riding the A routes. Plus there's traffic, side-by-sides, there's cars occasionally. The side-by-sides are whipping around blind corners. So I was pretty cautious going around those corners. So a group like that, yeah, they're set up here with, you know, there are definitely some two-stroke motorcycles, even though they're supposed to all be enduros.
Need anything? We're good, thanks.
Talk about great roads, and this is definitely a gold road. It was awesome, the views, and just this sort of, I don't know if you call it a ridge line, kind of just going through the mountainside at kind of the highest elevation. Ultimately made it to Crown King. Really cool thing about this event is the Crown King Fire Department made lunch for all 150 riders, which I thought was really, really cool. And it was definitely welcomed after, I don't know, 3-4 hours to get to this point. 3 hours? Something like that.
Buddy's asking if your bike is parked in front, you guys can go to. Thank you.
And then continued to head kind of southeast out of Crown King. We're making a big loop back to where we started. It's got another couple hours to go here. And this section was probably my favorite. I grew up in the Sonoran Desert, so I love these big open desert kind of landscapes, and there's nobody around, so it's so spread out, all the riders, and you can see the blue dot on the map This is kind of heading back up towards Prescott Valley. It's one of the things that's so fulfilling for me about this form of motorcycle riding. I'm just a few miles off of that I-17 highway, and there is nobody around, and it's just gorgeous rolling hills that you wouldn't see otherwise.
Blue ticket, 987.
The woman there apparently was one of the best A riders, dirt bike riders, of everybody at the event.
987-649.
Well, you're too young for that clutch. You're too young for that.
So the next day, I packed it up because I blew out my front fork seals and then had not one but two punctures in my rear tire. So on the way back on the I-17, I was stopping about every 15 miles to pump up my back tire. My front tire also had a slow leak, and drove directly to the shop, got all my bags, and took an Uber home. That was an awesome first year for me, and I will definitely be back next year when it's in Payson.